So over the next 18 months, we have got some fantastic international football to look forward to. We've got the Euros out in the summer, of course, Copa America as well. And of course, next year, we've got the big one, is the World Cup. But before all that, we've got to get there first. Today, we're going to do my early door picks for the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe. And today, it's all about Group A. Once again with another prediction show. Today we're taking a look at the World Cup qualifying campaign for Europe, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, I'm asking you, where the heck have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button to get your banger to date with all things World Cup related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to go here under one Ruski. That's right, folks. So over the next few days, we're going to be taking a look at each and every one of the groups that apply to Europe as we get closer to the tournament itself. Now, of course, I will be doing match day by match day predictions for the World Cup qualifying campaign as they come along, but these are my early door indications as to who I think will go through to next year. I said next year's 2022 World Cup out in Qatar. Now we'll talk all about that in a minute. Of course, I want a big shout out to the Patreons. That's right, the VIP band of brothers supporting the channel behind the scenes. If you are interested in becoming the latest member of that band, check out that link down below. There's in the description, patreon.com/Roverseas. Now before all that, let's get into talk about the next round of matches, of course, and of course we're going to kick it off right here, right now. Alrighty then, let's kick it all off with, of course, Group A, and first and foremost, we'll go over the 6 nations that occupy Group A. Of course, we have the European Championships as of recording. Of course, Portugal currently ranked 5 in the world, and the old FIFA rankings, and I'm sure they anticipate themselves to get through the squeaky back door that is the qualifying campaign. Alongside them, they have Serbia, and of course, right here, right now, they are ranked 30th in the world. They were once highest at 6th. That was back in 1998. The Republic of Ireland are here, managed, of course, by Stephen Kenny as of recording, and again, they are currently ranked 42 in the world. Again, what's the dizzy height of 6? That was back in the early 90s. Luxembourg are in there, and of course, they were once the chief whipping boys. They still are a bit of a whipping boy, but of course, they're getting better. Currently ranked 98th in the world, managed by Luke Hutz. And again, kicking off, we have Azerbaijan. Again, probably the long shots alongside Luxembourg for this one, currently ranked 108th in the world. So here we go, boys and girls. And of course, the games stretch from the back end of March all the way through to November. It's all going to be concluded in this year. So at the end of this year, guess right, not even 12 months, we'll know who's gone to the World Cup out in Qatar. So let's kick it all off with, of course, match day number 1. And of course, it will be Portugal at home, taking on Azerbaijan. They'll be on the 24th of March. I do anticipate Portugal with or without Ronaldo, and I'm sure he'll be there for the World Cup because he wants to end his career with a bang, or end his international career with a bang. I do anticipate an early door victory for them, 2-0 to get themselves up and moving. As for the second game on this match day, of course, I think it'll be quite a tough one between these two nations. I think they're going to be competing for that runners-up spot at the end of it, in amongst who else will be up there. Probably just between these two, to be honest with you. I do anticipate a tough one, and again, the reverse fixture will also be quite tricky, but I think ultimately Serbia will come out on top in this tie. Next up in match day number 2, of course, not too long away after match day number 1. Ireland will be taking on Luxembourg, the first match at home, and again, I do anticipate themselves getting themselves right back into contention with an easy win, 3-1 over Luxembourg. Again, they're not the chief whipping boys anymore. They're going to be a bit more harder to beat, but ultimately they'll still struggle in the end. Big opportunity here, though, for Serbia, and in match number 2 on the same match day, up against, of course, hot favourites, I suspect, Portugal. I don't think Serbia will get the win. I think Portugal will make it back-to-back wins, and of course, a big win on the road for them as well. 2-1 win on the day. Kicking off further into the later end of March here, so of course, 3 match days for the likes of Portugal and Serbia on this one. Azerbaijan hosting Serbia out in Azerbaijan as well on the back end of March. For me, I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw on this one. Azerbaijan will open up their home account with a win. A point at best, I think. As for Luxembourg, they got the daunting task of taking on Portugal as well on the same match day, just a little bit later on in the evening. I've got to go with a 3-1 win again, back-to-back wins for Portugal to give themselves a fantastic start out in Group A. Kicking off forward to a bit of a break then, all the way through to September. Luxembourg will host Azerbaijan, and this is again a huge opportunity for Luxembourg to get themselves at least some points on the board. I do anticipate them getting some wins, and this one will be one of them. 2-1 on the day over in Luxembourg. Ploughing on further, same match day, big one here again. I do anticipate Portugal keeping up the winning momentum with another win and another defeat for Ireland, which puts them right on the ropes and really looking at that at the home form with matches against Serbia and Azerbaijan in quick succession. They'll lose this one though. Portugal with another win makes it 4 on the bounce, of course. Kicking on further into early September, Ireland will be hosting Azerbaijan, and they'll get the W. Hopefully Kenny will still be in charge, and that will actually be their second win of the campaign after, of course, beating Luxembourg way back in March. Same match day against Serbia, taking on Luxembourg. A bit of a day off there for Portugal on this one, and Serbia will also come out on top with a 1-0 win over Luxembourg, of course, and that will make it, what's it, 2 wins for Serbia so far, looking good. Same amount of Ireland as well, so it is brewing up nicely. Kicking on forward to the 7th of course, September, it'll be Azerbaijan taking, of course, Portugal, and again, Portugal will keep on the winning train and another win, but of course, no clean sheet to boot. 3-1 win for Portugal, keeping on that's 5 on the spin for them, looking very, very good, and probably 1 foot in the old in the World Cup already. Meanwhile, Ireland take on Serbia. Again, they lost the first leg. Ireland, Serbia coming out with a victory this time around, but this time Ireland get the W over in the Greenland. That is, of course, Ireland. Same match day, 7th of September. Kicking on further though, 9th of October, Azerbaijan against Ireland. Big one this one. Ireland cannot afford to lose it, but they'll get the win. Azerbaijan will suffer yet another defeat, and they are looking at the wooden spoon at the moment. Meanwhile, Luxembourg are taking on Serbia, and I think this is going to be tight. There's only going to be 1 goal in it. Serbia coming out on top of it again, and that is on the 9th of October to give themselves a real shot of it. Could go down a goal difference. It's looking that way at the moment. Meanwhile, Portugal will have that match day off, but they'll be back into the thick of things on the 12th of October, taking on Luxembourg. And again, Portugal looking good with a 3-0 win over Luxembourg to keep themselves on perfect track for, of course, the World Cup out in Qatar. Serbia, though, will be hosting Azerbaijan, and again, must win for Serbia to keep on moving on, and they do. They'll get the win with a 2-1 win on that day, and that again moves them very, very close to, of course, that playoff. I think the playoff spot, the runners-up spot out in this group. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan will host Luxembourg in the back end, the penultimate game for these guys out in this group, 11th of the 11th, and it'll be all square, and I think Luxembourg will be happy with that. That makes them, I think, nailed on for not being bottom of the pops. Ireland will host Portugal in a must-win game, I think, for Ireland if they're going to upset the apple cart and at least guarantee that second spot. But they lose. Portugal will get the W on this one, and again makes it what's it? I don't even know how many games they've won on the rise. They've won them all so far. Then wrap it up on the final match day. It will be Luxembourg taking on Ireland in Luxembourg. Difficult one, but Ireland will come out on top with a 2-0 win as well, which puts them right in command. But what will happen between Portugal and Serbia? I do believe Portugal will make it a clean sweep, winning all of them, and of course booking themselves through to a spot out in Qatar. Now, before we confirm all that, let's have a look, of course, how these teams finished the group out in Group A. At, of course, in number 5, it is Azerbaijan picking up just the 2 points throughout the qualifying campaign. They go home with a wooden spoon. Meanwhile, in 4th, it is Luxembourg, a steady Eddie. They're gradually improving their football. It's going to take probably another generation before they can at least compete for the top 2 honours. Meanwhile, in 3rd, it will be Serbia on 13 points, losing 3 of them, picking up 4 wins and 1 draw. But sneaking in there with a couple of extra points, it will be Ireland, losing the same amount of games, but winning just the 1 more. Serbia slipping up along the way. And of course, Portugal, clean sweep, 8 games, all winning all of them, just 4 goals conceded. Absolutely fantastic. That's what I think will happen. Of course, be sure to get your own picks in down in the old comment section down below. Just want to let you know the odds of this group. The bookies currently have to win this group. Luxembourg 250 to 1, Azerbaijan 100 to 1. Republic of Ireland are 3rd favourites. Serbia are 2nd favourites, but of course Portugal are top dogs out in this one. Make sure you get your picks in nice and early down below, and we'll do it all again tomorrow for the next group, which will be Group B. That's pretty much all I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the old thumbs up, but if you're new, smash your subscribe button. Get your bang out today with all things Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related, World Football related. We're going to go here under one roof. And once again, I want to reiterate that I will be covering each and every one of the World Cup qualifying campaign matches for Europe as we get closer to them. So make sure you track back for that. So make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the little bell as well, so you don't miss a beat. And of course, we'll be covering the World Cup when it comes back around, of course, next season. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Please check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and again, if you want to support the channel in another way, you could become the latest member of the band in the old patreon.com/receipts. That's the link down there. Check it all out. But until then, hopefully your team and your country makes it through to the World Cup. But if not, support the next best thing. Anyway, until then though, I'll see you all next time. Smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe. Till then, I'm out.